Hello, welcome to part 2. We'll crack on with this. So I've got my carriage stop done. It's set. So it's only going to cut that far. I'm going to start chomping this down to about 12.1 millimeters, 12.2 to make it a press fit. Something like that anyway. So in the end I've gone with about a 2 foul interference fit. So I can't push it on by hand. I reckon if I just warm this up a little bit, get that ready, have a hammer on the ready, bit of wood, belt it in, it will be about there. I'm trying to point the heat downwards. There's other stuff in the workshop, I don't want to like start melting things. So I reckon that's hot enough. Just got a bit of copper, couldn't find any wood. Let's give this a belt. Oh, perfect. Doesn't look like there's any gap. Oh, there's a gap. Not anymore. So now I'm mounted up in the lathe. Just going to face the back of it off, clean the back weld a little bit. All should be right. So that all went a little bit too well. It's making me suspicious, thinking that something else is going to go wrong if I'm honest. So yeah, we didn't really fill it up, but it's on there. It's strong. It'll do me. It's a touch hot. Okay, so this isn't strictly a necessary step, but I've got it up in the rotary table. I'm just going to mill a radius on this back end. See how this goes. Use my little homemade chuck key. Tighten it up. Of course, there's one hole in this chuck where it doesn't fit. Some leverage. Ideal. So thank God that's over with. That was a pain in the backside. So I've machined a radius on it, so that looks alright now. Go do deburring and I'll be back with you. So this is where I'm up to currently. Got a nice radius. Needs a bit of a clean up. I like the way the heat transferred, it looks kind of smart. All this surface is flat. That's been turned flat. It sits lovely. Well, it must be on a bit of swarf, but yeah, it sits lovely and flat. Next job, I just want to put a couple of chamfers on these corners. Just feel like they're a bit sharp. So what we've got is this little stainless 45-degree angle. I made this where I used to work, so I machined it out of some stainless steel to 45 degrees on the CNC, and then just lapped it in with a stone. It's accurate enough for what I'm doing. Just found a bit of brass or something, it'd be enough to clamp this. Right, so after a lot of mucking about, got it in there. Feels pretty solid. To give the vise a quick couple of those. Gosh, I should tidy up as I go along. So, idea is, this is my register, so it's going to keep the height the same. Go to miller 45, leave the milling cutter at the same height, flip the part, do the other side, and it'll all be done. So fingers crossed that goes well. Okay, so swapped over to a better end mill. Carbide again, high helix angle, bit sharper as well. It's not all dull like the other one. So we'll have another go at this. I reckon that's big enough. So we'll just flip it over. We'll set that as 0. 0. Lovely. So just on the finishing pass. Lovely. I reckon that should do it. Let's have this out the vise. See what we think. So we've got 2 lovely symmetrical chamfers. all lovely and flat. It's just looking smart actually, if I'm honest. Quite surprised at myself. So as far as the body goes, that's it done. I think I'll just clear at them jaw marks there, but as you can see, I can place it in a T-slot and get plenty of coverage anywhere I like. Obviously it's only going to be where the vice is, but pretty pleased with that. So what I've got for the stop is a piece of, I think it's silver steel, not sure, just giving it a quick clean up. Machined sort of a ball shape on the end, so we're aiming for something like that, so it can pivot that way and go in and out. I'm not really too fussed with sort of that because I can do that. So yeah, let's go for that. Right, so a quick situation update. Ran out of material that's the right size, so I've got 2 blocks going to be trimmed off. It's going to be 20mm wide, just drilled and tapped it M6 because I've got a lot of them. To be honest, it's probably about the right size anyway. Next job is to bore a hole through this way with a piece of shim stock in between. That way, once you remove the shim stock, the accurately bored hole will close up on the on the bit over there. Then we're going to have to bore a hole through that way, and then try and work out some sort of a way of putting a grub screw in or something. I don't know, we'll work it out. So this time you're back, and I've drilled the hole for the actual stop. So it turns out that was 3/8. So yeah, let's have a go now. I've just reamed it. Of course the head needs to go up now. Oh, that's a close fit. That's actually probably ideal. So I don't know about you, but I think some of these edges need softening up on this. I think we're going to put some little chamfers on here and then just the opposite way on here. May look at cleaning these surfaces up, but I'll probably just give them a little scuff up. About there looks good. Do the other side. Job's a good one. So I'd just like to show this method once more with a 45 degree. I just place it down in there. Obviously it's pivoting on this shaft, which is also my datum. So when I come to do the other side, all I do is keep depth the same, or zero it at the very least. That way I can get the chamfer the same on both sides. So I didn't have all the time in the world to get right down to these little, I guess it's oxidation in the surface, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Lightly chamfered all the way around. So that bore's come through lovely there. Might just give that a quick chamfer on the inside edge. Just so there's nothing scratching up and down whilst I adjust it on the machine. Should do the job. Right, so we've got this assembly. Moves freely. Just leave this wide open for a bit. Because the hole's machined to an exact size, it's quite finicky, so you have to leave it quite far open. Obviously you plonk this on the machine, you think, right, yeah, that's where I want my stop, just there like that, and then you nip this up. Doesn't need to be nipped up too tight, just a quick one of them. Absolutely solid, doesn't pivot, this doesn't move, it's just rock solid, so that's a good stop. That'll make for accurate work when it comes to it. Repeatability. So here we've got the finished enough product. There's a couple of bits I need to tickle up, but I reckon it should do the trick. So I've just got a T-nut, short length of M10 stud. There was too much of an unthreaded portion on the kit ones, so I couldn't Get the nut all the way down. So this is all I need to do to set up a stop now. I can just bang it in. Rather than using a piece of flat stock against the end of the vise, or you know, silly things like that, we all do them and just get away with it. But this is going to make life a hell of a lot easier when I'm making more than one part. But I need to have stop at a certain point. Absolutely rock solid. Quick nip. You really can't knock that. I mean, I can get it to bend a little bit hanging off of it, but as a part stop, just as an example, got that piece I use a fly cutter on, you could just get that in there. There you are, you're spot on. Can't knock that. Cheers for watching, I hope you find this useful. Nice little project during lockdown, eh?